All right, y'all, we are back with another video, and say it ain't so, man. If y'all did watch my video yesterday, we had a huge update on Donald Trump's VP pick. And we've been getting a lot of news that a lot of people have been in Donald Trump's ear telling him to pick Vivek almost over everybody. If y'all know that I've been bragging about Vivek as well, I did go along to say that I would rather have Tucker Carlson as VP over everybody. And then I've been liking Elise Stefanik. Like, I love the way she talk. She don't back down. She will snap on you. So it's like now it seems like it's between her and Vivek, and one of them would be fine to me. To be honest, I would take Elise or Vivek. It don't really matter. So that's what we went over yesterday, how people been telling Donald Trump, everybody, because he's been reaching out to people, asking them who should he pick. And he's been saying that a lot of people been saying Vivek. Now, we tie down this one right here. This one's coming from Doug. I will leave the original video in the description. Make sure y'all go show Doug some love. He said, Trump makes vice president announcement. And then look at the three names he got up here. We got Elise Stefanik, Tim Scott, or will Donald Trump go with J.D. Vance? See, every day it seems like it starts to change. It might be Vivek. It could be Elise. Then a lot of us been saying Kerry Lake. So it's been a lot of names that have been coming out. But we definitely going to keep staying on this topic so we can kind of see exactly what's going on. So like I said, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing so much support. Everybody been leaving positive comments in the comment section. I also want to thank everybody who clicked on the video for the very first time. And shout out to the one that always watches the entire video, because YouTube will share it so more people can see my reaction, and that right there is where it helps the channel grow. And if you is coming in, please hit that like button for me. That's really, really important. Without further ado, let's dive straight to this and let's see exactly what's going on now, man.
Ron DeSantis drops out of the race and endorses Trump. We have a tiny clip of that.
If we don't have a clear path to victory. Accordingly, I am today suspending my campaign.
Trump continues to dominate Nikki Haley in New Hampshire. He's going to blow her out of the water. And Trump hints at his VP pick. There's speculation now. The list has grown to 3. We'll go over that list. As you know, I'm partial to Elise Stefanik. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug Tenaple. I'm the creator of Earthworm Jim and other video game characters. But I do the news as entertainment now for you. We're going to work together all the way to Trump getting reelected. I'm going to show you guys how to register to vote, how to make sure that you vote at the right precinct by the time election comes. I'll give you the deadlines, because we are, guys, Saturday, we got 1.4 million views. Did you know that's enough views? My 19 million views a month, that's enough views to sway any of our elections of the last 20 years. Right now, I'm building an audience, and then we're going to march. Welcome to Exile. This is where all the happy patriots are. Here's the governor of Florida.
Trump is superior to the current incumbent, Joe Biden. That is clear. I signed a pledge to support the Republican nominee, and I will honor that pledge. He has my endorsement because we can't go back to the old Republican guard of yesteryear.
But is Ron DeSantis in the running for vice president? We'll get to video proof of what Trump says of that in just a minute. Meanwhile, here's the Hill. Trump holds wide lead in New Hampshire survey against Nikki Haley. This is now a 2-person race. And if he demolishes her, hopefully there, and next month in South Carolina, she's out. And then here's 3 headlines on the vice president speculation. Election 2024, audition to become Trump's VP is effectively underway. Trump hints at possible vice president pick. And Politico, the Veep state heats up as Trump pulls away. This is going into all of the 3 people, the 3 big candidates that helped him campaign in New Hampshire, are who I believe he's trying out. He's kicking the tires on 3 candidates. Here's the Hill. Trump hints at a VP pick. People won't be that surprised, he says. Quote, I may or may not really decide something over the next couple of months. Thanks, Trump. That's very clear. There's no rush to that. It won't have any impact at all. The person that I think I like is a very good person, a pretty standard. I think people won't be that surprised, but I would say there's probably a 25% chance that would be that person. Trump continued. He's so vague. And he uses the word person, so you can't tell if it's a he or a she, because then it would be obvious if he said she. There's several Trump allies have urged him to select female running mate, suggesting names such as Rep. Elise Stefanik and South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem, both of whom I think are top contenders on the female side. Although I haven't heard so much about Kristi Noem lately, I do think he really likes her a lot. I just don't think she's that strong.
And it doesn't matter now because he got out.
So that's water under the bridge now between
totally.
you
As far as I'm concerned, look, he endorsed me. You know, he endorsed me, and we have policies very similar. Actually, I think those people will all come to me.
So this is Trump on Fox being interviewed, where he says all of his problems with Ron DeSantis, that's water under the bridge. But could he still be the vice president? Watch this and you tell me.
Is there a possibility, since you say it's water under the bridge, he can be vice president or serve in your cabinet? He hasn't asked for any of those positions,
No,
I don't think yet.
No, he
but is there a possible of the joining of forces?
Well, it's probably unlikely, but, you know, I have to be honest, everything's a possibility, but I think it's highly unlikely. I have a lot of great people, and I have great people that have been with me right from the beginning.
That's the hint. Great people right from the beginning. Now, who was with them right at the beginning? Here's the list of 3 that the press is coming around, and I think it's a very reasonable list. These 3 campaigned with him in New Hampshire. Meanwhile, Senators Tim Scott, Republican of South Carolina, and J.D. Vance, Republican Ohio, along with Rep. Elise Stefanik, Republican New York, are believed to be on the short list of contenders to become Trump's pick for vice president. All 3 campaigned for the president in New Hampshire over the weekend. I have simple math to help this out. I think J.D. Vance is probably the best for Trump as far as his demeanor. He's very quiet. He also wrote Hillbilly Elegy that documented the fentanyl crisis in America that is the #1 killer of Americans today. We lose more people to fentanyl overdoses every year than we lost in the entire Vietnam War. So J.D. Vance is an expert on that, and his demeanor is kind of like Mike Pence, kind of a quieter guy, but he's a white guy. And so if they're going to play that game, all right, if we're going to play gender and race, you've got Tim Scott's black, great guy. Elise Stefanik is a woman, great gal. I only wanted to do the math for you guys. If Trump has a problem with blacks are 12% of America. If Trump has a problem with females are 50% of America.
Okay.
Which one do you think will cut into those numbers the most? Elise Stefanik. If you're going to play the Department of Equity and Inclusion game, if you're going to play race and gender, which I'm not for, I'm for picking the best person.
Right,
and,
me
and
too.
Elise Stefanik, I still think, is a firebrand. I just think personality-wise, she's so strong-headed, she might clash with Trump, but more so than J.D. Vance. And that's why I think he's going to do Elise Stefanik. But we'll see. I could be wrong. Let me know what you guys think.
Wow. Like I said, I don't believe Trump will go about it like, oh, I have to pick this vice president because he's black, and then more people will think that I'm not this or that way. Me personally, I'm all about just picking who's the best candidate. That's what I'm all about. If it comes down to J.D. Vance, Tim Scott, and Elise Stefanik, I mean, Elise Stefanik got my vote. And I think Tim Scott is okay. I think J.D. Vance is okay. But, I mean, I just can't pick over Elise Stefanik. Like, that will be my pick if it came down to those 3. Now, with it being her and Vivek, I mean, I still like Elise Stefanik, but I wouldn't be mad if he went with Vivek. Like, I mean, that's still a good pick. I mean, you got somebody, fresh legs, like he always say, like, gonna bring something new. Could be for the future. And we shall see, you know, but and one of those 2, Elise Stefanik, Vivek, I mean, I take and one of those, but if we just looking at these 3 that's on the list, I would still, you know, pick Elise Stefanik over them. But I mean, come on, man. I mean, it's like every day it's just like it's constantly just boiling down. And obviously we see he's pretty much not going to pick Ron DeSantis. He said even though they share some of the same views a little bit, but you still got Nikki Haley that thinks it's so funny that she's still in this race as if she really bringing it to Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, she ain't doing anything. She might well just go ahead and bag out like everybody else did and endorse Donald Trump. Obviously, this woman, like everybody been saying, they think Nikki Haley is a Democrat. Cause she act like him. She mimicked their talking points towards Donald Trump. Some of the things she say. I even seen a video clip last night where this woman literally called Donald Trump is too old to be the president. She literally said, "Do we really want two 80-year-olds going at each other and all of that, like trying to bring their age into it?" And then she's saying that in front of people, in front of a lot of elderly people that was in the room. Like, that age has nothing to do with it. If you know what you're doing, you know what you're doing. If you look at it, if you're trying to compare Trump to Biden, Trump don't act like Joe Biden. Like, Trump don't show his age. Trump, he don't fall when he walk. He get his speech out. He ain't got to read off a teleprompter. He ain't got to do any of that. So there you go. That's what Nikki Haley is trying to do, trying to put in everybody else's head. See, she mimicking stuff that the Democrats say to Donald Trump. So that's why everybody's saying this woman is a Democrat. So I can't wait. She need to go ahead and bag out because she is not being voted for nothing. I can't wait for Trump to win New Hampshire. Y'all know I'm bringing y'all that video. But y'all let me know who do y'all think Donald Trump is going to pick, whether he might go back to Vivek. Do you think Elise Stefanik? We shall see. We shall see. But thank you all for watching. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.